Yes, we want to tell God thank you because it's Thanksgiving Day in the United States and North America. So all you want them with day over there, we want to tell them, say happy Thanksgiving. And also, we know other people in there right now, we know even in North America, we go to sing this particular song for say and tell God thank you. And now people them will be the work na statistics Sierra Leone. I want to believe that. But right now on the line, we get Abdul M. Fatoma from Campaign for Human Rights Development International. Yes, Abdul M. Fatoma, welcome to Sierra Network again, sir.
Thank you for having me once more, my brother. I appreciate it.
The last time we been get you now, you begin 22 days. What's in the update way you want for give right now, sir?
Well, as you rightly say, we will call a press conference together with the terminated staff then Statistics Sierra Leone. The number will be 244. We explain about the current situation. Then we also been talk about the way and manner we Statistics Sierra Leone through the government of Sierra Leone determine their service. So we inform and educate the general public and we international audience, about them plight. So then a lot of we diplomatic missions and international development partners of this country, they therefore get in touch with we and stand by we call. So with that, the government therefore listen and work with 22 days ultimatum. Today makes 3 days with government, they make this payment to them. So almost everybody don't get the money. No, all man don't get it. Yeah, and so, the government able to listen and respond within the time frame where we give them. And largely, not everybody, but the higher number don't get in a very higher percentage. Very encouraging for they themselves and encouraging to we appeal and advocate for them. And the other one, I think that the bank then get issue. So, and the bank then they try to ratify the issue. And by very soon, within this Friday to Monday or Tuesday, then self go get. The good thing is that it's not by entrench. Then get anybody will get pay, getting full entitlement pay. So when they call with office with joy, happiness after 7 good months in bondage, suffering, and you see that say they are very hopeful. I'm optimistic for get a very good Christmas with them family. And that's a very good thing for them people. They always don't wait for 7 months. We thought and prayer there with the late men then, the 3 men then we die. But however, the family will receive the money on behalf of them. And we thought and prayer they with the one that we lost and picking them, the 3 picking them we die in the struggle. Now the other one will be seriously sick there in the hospital, will be the struggle for medical bill. And now we're able, for get access to inform and, do that. And these people will get a new beginning, back in their life. This is what human rights campaign they are about. It discomforts a lot of people where, they in their favor, but they bring joy and happiness to other people. Then we, get the assurance the human rights guarantee and protected in their own country, constitution, and their own leaders that recognize and respect their rights. But then at the end side of it, we the human rights defenders, advocates, activists, not a boring thing for we, not a lonely thing for we. We become isolated, and people disgust about we. But then we only know that we put smile on other people. We do some of these things tirelessly, like the workers' rights issue in this country. We not get a single cent from donor or any individual. We say we give our money for loan a champion workers' right. We do it tirelessly, and with passion, because even we get for buy it up for making phone call, we don't get and nobody pay that. We yourself money with it take. We buy fear for go meeting because even the people that really come to we, they not get nothing to nothing. So we do these things, out of the love what we get for the job. And sometimes we're wondering, going for a meeting, worrying that say, fear go left way and none will come in and how it will look like. But selflessly, with that happiness, we put happiness at them face themselves, look at we. So we're glad because the progress we make in this thing when the international community record them is a country that we're going to have this praise. It's Sierra Leone that will be graded. So if we love Sierra Leone as a Sierra Leonean, let's be honest, genuine, sincere with one another. And let's be supportive to one another. One man problem. Now we're all problem. If we find way for solver, we're gonna live happily. But because of people not happy in this country, they make you see everybody tension at this country. Everybody emotional at this country. Somebody go hurt you, they tell you Osh. When you ask them why you not tell me Osh, they go nearly one beat you. And next even possible, he kill you. Because we ignore we on brothers and sisters and problems. After all those success, this not only the only successful cases when it comes to employment rights.
Before we go to the bankers, then I want just one for make you tell us one because we see say this one not for say like after the press conference and everything just happened so smoothly. There was name calling. We see Usai you be engaged with Statistics Sierra Leone on AYV. We see Usai then ask the financial secretary where he begin call names all and so not of us say it was like an easy ride for reach to this point. So how una can able for go through them process then they tell una the see result?
I think, my brother, you just have to be focused and be that every institutions or individual. Charting one organization, like we can tell people that we not ever champion a national cause we fail. Another inside we track record. Or neither we equalize. We always win. Why? The secret is that we ask people, nobody no can lay complain that Chad did not out evidence. If you knock out with evidence, we not tolerate that complaint. Because what we go get now we hand for meet that person, now evidence. What we go get for confront the court, for get the judges' opinion, now evidence. So when we cannot get with evidence, some people can think say, oh no, Chad did not get that much information. So we're not can one like be very much hard. We can be soft. When then tend I say them for be that arrogant to it, then that's the time we say now pull up with ammunition for stand now for the battle. The financial secretary Elite a discrediting self that he put this country into trouble. How a financial secretary will talk on a national radio like 98.1, say, I even don't sign up to 5 billion. I don't watch the documents. Another watch. I just sign any document
Exactly.
on the table.
That's what he say.
Financial secretary, a national financial secretary. God knows how many money we don't lost going to the wrong people. If that man could sign a 5 billion, I himself talk about again 100% evidence from 98.1. Where it talks inside 5 billion, where watch. That's a scary thing. I mean, for this broken, weak economy, who they try for build up. Emotionally, like I've been say, I mean, interest was that for attack me personally, discredit me. But then he's not the first person, he's not the second person, he's not the third person. He was saying me. People has been paid up to 700 million at this country to discredit me. They failed woefully. People receive money up to 200 million, 150 million. They failed woefully. So not that say a man will go sit down, a very inconsistent with in your word, self. Go distract me. Our eyes is on the ball. Nobody have never achieved distracting us. Nobody. And we will not allow anybody to do that to us. So it's not easy, like I be telling you earlier on, we get an isolated job, and they do one of the most difficult jobs you can ever think of. Looking at you very close friends, and you look at them, you challenge them, you don't look at party business. You look at the country interest. You don't look at closeness of the same school, the same region, the same district, but you look at the national issue, you look at the Sierra Leoneans that are much more matter than my comfort. So our issue is that our organization integrity is a priority than our comfort. That has been the spirit of Chadi. If you look at all of our track record, the people that will advocate for them and come on Nigeria, up to 600 people who don't advocate for them and don't free them from Panemba Road and all that detention facilities in this country. Then you look at the Rukupu hospital, you look at the Kiama Road, that's true Chadi advocacy. When we talk about the devastating health condition in this country, so tirelessly, effortlessly, we don't play a greater role at this short time, fighting corruption and other things in this country. So it not ever be an easy road for we, my brother. It's very difficult. It's very hard, but then we continue rocking the boat, because when people return back to us, let God bless you. Let God bless this organization. It brings joys and smile to us and fear us to continue to champion the right, of Sierra Leoneans and try to bridge the social justice gap in this country.
Okay.
We go back now to the bankers, and
yes, the bankers.
We'll be take on the BSL workers and also the commercial bank gonna be UBA staff and others. We don't get up to 6 terminated and commercial bank workers. We don't receive them and terminated benefit. So man wait for 1 year, 6 months, they not get an. Only when we intervene, within a week, they're able to get their money, and some within a month, then able to get their money, and the way they hold on them unnecessarily for 1 year, 6 months, 2 years,
One go the wonder, Fatoma, one go the wonder say, what's in the reason we can cause the hold up? And when they can pay, is there any apology or for explanation or reason? Or what's behind this hold up?
Maybe this country will get 0.1% apology from people, from authority down to the grassroots. I can tell you, Australia asks for us, they go nearly one beat you or kill you. That's the situation. It happens in the offices. Somebody go late for can't attend to you. They tell you, I'm very sorry about that. What do you want? He or she doesn't care about the timing. It go dey na mobile phone they talk. We don't hit the phone down. Yes, go to that till go to that cashier, yeah, let go give you. Like you will be wondering. I mean, that's stick before me or what? Our attitude to one another in this country is very, very bad, my brother. This all contributes to the lack of unity we will not get in this country because the way we treat one another. And the moment some people educate more, or get more money or expose, don't go England one time, don't go America one time. In order to tolerate the one we not go Lungate. Yeah, in order to tolerate the one we not go Lungate. If you get opportunity for meet with ministers, so like some of me then tell me say, you very humble, you very this. I mean, what do you? They go left England, they carry up, and this carry agba all day. They don't they talk for people there, I mean, if I get an opportunity, when you get, go carry. Oh man. Sorry, I cannot disown my country or my culture for any other place.
Just when we did on this one, somebody be there explain. It try for tell person say when you come out na the West, when you reach na Africa or you say Sierra Leone, he say forget about customer service relationship. He say that one just throw him. He say when you come, just take patience and just go by waiting they want for do. What's happy with that customer relationship or that we I don't even know how to express them, but other people go tell you say if you
lack of love for the job, lack of passion for the job, and lack of sharing love. The customer services where they get at the West. It's about showing love to your customer. How you able to retain them? So we lack this passion for the job. Some man they inside that job now for let it get in daily bread. It's not about say a passionate about the job. Like look the job I'm doing, I'm passionate about it. I get abused, I get death threat. I get so many threats, that comes my way. I mean, then they abuse me, parent them every day. If I do on television or national radio, for what? For talking for the people of this country. For telling say they are not animals, they are human beings, and they should be respected, and their rights should be protected as guaranteed in our national constitution. But my parents will pay a price for that. They will abuse them. They will abuse me and send, and threatening messages to me. Since 2015, we started this journey back. I've been like that. But I have passion for it. I've never give up. They told me I committed treason in this country. I didn't back off from this country. They told me that they would kill me. But before that, they will mutilate me before killing me. But I never stopped coming here. Until now, I'm here for the past 11 months. Constantly here. I never give up. Why? Because I have passion for what I'm doing. I love my country and I love my people in this country. Let's look into the other case now we're handling, the Fire Force issue. You and I know that Fire Force issue is a very, very important thing, You will be shameful know this, yeah? Any Sierra Leonean will love this country. We are 7.8 million people. We don't even get up to 400 Fire Force firefighter. That just help them small. You don't reach 300, but that just go up to 400. We don't get up to 400 firefighters. So
you
even
mean
the 800 million countrywide, even the 800,000 people where they on top of 7 million. We firefighters cannot cover them. Yeah? So, then we get Cambia, we get station at Cambia, we not get one vehicle, one motorcar did it for fet fire for the whole Cambia district. But then go open station there. It's good. Then get station at Moyamba where one vehicle not there and no firefighting equipment not there. Then they plan for open another one at Kono. Now the same story from that place, Cambia, Ekane. You go Keneman na one day, you go Bo na one day, you come and Kisi na one day, you come how you call this other place?
Sakila.
Aberdeen. The Sakila Road at the graveyard, the conditions is very, very much appalling. It's not good for the headquarters. It's not like a headquarter. And they call but the branch the way they don't open, we know they exist. So when I tell you say they know they exist, forget about headquarter. The sad thing, they get workers that we don't work in that place for 1 year, 10 months. They don't one day receive 50 million. But then supply their uniform and give them number and give them staff ID card. These workers and then they pay transport for go work. The day they not get transport, they know they go work. So then they buy fuel for put inside the fire force engine, not to car. Or go fetch fire.
Now,
so some people
workers them or not volunteers them?
My brother. These are workers. When I call the director, Bonge tell me say they are volunteers. I say, you tell this to them. They say, no, them patrol commanders supposed to tell and then thing and they, wow, good. I call minister, ask her. They say, well, that issue there for London. So HRMO, they say the issue for day with HRMO. They don't know the problem with HRMO and finance for approve them people then they. If these guys are volunteers, why wouldn't they issue a staff ID card to them and say staff members? Why wouldn't they distribute them by different regions and substations across the country and call and say the firefighters, they recruit firefighters. We get legitimate document then. We really should say these people they are working now for Fire Force. But then they don't have NACIT, the National Social Security, and then they don't have PIN code, then they don't have appointment letter. But they have uniform, Fire Force uniform, Fire Force crown, Fire Force staff ID card numbers allocated to them, letters addressing to them as staff for go on this. Uniform from where they join them, supply them one pair uniform. Up till now, my brother. No follow-up training on these people. So this is the sad thing about our employment sector. You know. So currently, me and the Minister of Internal Affairs working on it. You know, that for ensure that say them people there and release them, let them go find another job. But then, two of them share a story to me, say, by allegation, because I asked them for the evidence in all day. But maybe it might be right to share. It could be an instrument for let people then stop exploiting. The individual pay up to 5 million leones for joining soldier. They eating money. You know, able to join the soldier. They go pay for go join police again. Now the training school he left them pull and come out. The only option now we can get, I can see opportunity. Fire Force self they recruit. Now from there we join Fire Force. Then you hard lines to get in job. You don't come out Fire Force to get uniform, fire burner in hand. This one I mean himself. He did left for fed fire. The fire burner my hand, my brother. Now I mean himself. You know, currently being at the station, several of them who said them be deployed and they don't call off. They say they cannot continue any longer if their situation not good. So hoping that the Ministry of Internal Affairs be able to work with me. I mean, for address this young brother and sisters situation. But I mean, we have to come together as the citizens of this country to fix our country. It might discomfort some other people, but then it will work in a better way. Like those who were unhappy, the 55 SLPP people, they will be unhappy where they part of the 244 statistics workers. Some men call me now with happiness for their party, but then they didn't want to hear about their party. So who is gaining here? It's the government again and this party. Some of their members were all over abusing me and my parents, attacking me, and even throwing, my credibility into the dustbin. That I dey lie. I need to go research proper. I can just can't get opportunity for talk. I mean, if I be the lie, why government for go pay them kind of money then?
And one thing where I don't know, but before we go to the next topic, where I see then they use as a form of attack, now for say you they look for the spotlight. Then one new word where I see, like whenever then they post, then they say you they look for the spotlight. In saying that, I just be one rub down the inside. In saying that, what thing happened to the location for the mentorship program?
Well, if you watch me keenly, the one that don't follow me very close to me. One thing with me that is give me, the family get is that content mind and being in love with God. Anything will happen to me, I hold nobody responsible, I hold God responsible. Because thing and they not to make sense they save me from them. Thing and they not make sense they make me, overcome people them. Not only God in your wisdom. I cannot boast, but me not one of the civil society person in this country, human rights activist or advocate as you may like. New York Post don't write about me. Washington Post don't write about me. I don't get platform at BBC, Al Jazeera, Dutchess Welsh, South Africa media and Kenya media, Uganda, Ghana. Editors and they don't write about me, never see me in person. But they stole the story from another online source and write and, framing into another way. Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, they don't display my stories at a high level. I don't appear before head of state then at the UN, Human Rights Council at Geneva. Attend General Assembly and, African Union, ECOWAS. So it's hard that really somebody goes to say and they look for the spotlight. So what spotlight more important than those ones? I don't work at the level being a technical committee for the sustainable development goal. I'm planning team within the UN. What other spotlight I need? I know they brag with those things. If you go down my Facebook, it's all about God and human rights business. Yeah? So what is really a need for us to get spotlight for that? It's interesting. The mentorship program, will be set them up for today, not the 28th. On the 17th October, we write and fill a form for book. And the person get back to me say, oh, well, you need now for book online. Then we'll try for book online. We send the document to I say, we document. But however, I may not get a hard copy. Now fill the other document and the date available, then you go revert to me back later. So then we that say everything going on well. Planning, but then we cannot just go to the hall the very day. So 2 days ahead of the date, we try to engage the management and ask them, say, oh no, we don't give that date to somebody. We will see, say, the car. Say, how you go speculate? Say, we not go come. We don't do the necessary arrangement. Then you don't see, say, we flyers are out. And we market the thing. We don't go on national television and talk about this thing. And then you tell we say, you be feel how you go just use your own emotion, and speculation for bringing a disappointing, judgment like this. We're picking them, they pay from Kenema, Bo, McKinney, and Cambia for can attend this event, and they not already buy them ticket. Okay, well, it not be no, but then it don't take that decision, So then we back and I say, well, we can, go to the public and say this is the misfortune. But then we get some other exchanges and where the person be very much dishonest. He talks say there is no existing email between we and her. There was no this, that. Later on now, when I tell her, say, I go forward you your email the way you send to me with me responding. When I send her, he not apologize. So he still can't wait for defender. Even though, yes, we don't get this exchange there. But not today, for next tomorrow you will come. Like that. We don't make arrangements. So if one they knock your door every day from the 17th October, that partner for remember we get this. And he gave the day to another person. But then God not can do any bad thing. We can feel say bad. But it's not bad. Then out of that denial, until now American corner will want use. Very soon, by tomorrow, we will break the news. Who's at the next venue,
Okay, that's good. One thing I want make we talk about, because even when we can send we reporters them out, we find out something I don't know if now the new trend not to pay people in Sierra Leone. Then they make people them for volunteers. If you talk to nurses them, some will tell you say they don't live for 4 years, say then the volunteer the pin could not come up for them. Somebody just right now on Facebook say in Peking volunteer na the Human Rights Commission for 2 years, they not approve them, they not bring and kind of just volunteers. So it's like a new trend for not paying people. What thing you go on for advice around these people them for the volunteering time in hope see they will get hired?
I think volunteerism not a thing way bad, but in the culture and manner way we did do as a country, sound rewarding. You need to know from the West, Salvation Army, from the US, that's one of the most popular charity, and in the UK. We get the Red Cross, and we get Oxfam, British, what is that? So, when you go volunteer to them, then they pay you transport, then they provide lunch for you. But in real community, the volunteer, they take all the expenses with no recognition, even or no appreciation in most institutions. Then it's run for quite a long time and then don't make any opportunity, say, employment possibility will come. Whereas in the West, you can volunteer for some people then for 6 months or 3 months, then they hire you. But then in the West also, some people then they don't volunteer over 3 years. More like the pensioners. They're not getting nothing again for Sudan also. They want to be out and work, but not to 5 days a week. So now just 2 days or 1 day a week. Or maybe 8 hours for the whole week. That's 2 hours in the copy and then centers and work for that 2 hours, volunteer for them 2 hours and go. Some people then they in the West, then church then they volunteer for. Every Sunday for teach Bible school, or for run classes, men classes, and all this. The exploitation of people that are on the employment sector is nothing, my brother, than the weak and the old labor law what we get. If we want to build the dignity of the citizens, labor law are one of the most important things. A good labor law, they draw investors their attention for Canada, the country. You know, labor law, they contribute a lot towards the economic growth of a nation. If you do a quick survey, countries the way you get bad labor law, the economy not good. And you will ask why the economy not good. Labor law is one of the factors. The economy get beaucoup factor, but labor law also contributes. Because if some people want can open a company, we register at the New York Stock Exchange, the Paris, and London, then get the corporate governance code. That even the subsidiary organizations, any misbehave, they call people at the home, registered country. So one of the due diligence within the staff, what is the employment law in that country? When last, then get employment legislation. And so when they get them one and they is old, we cannot risk it because we have to file in our report. And it might, subject to us. You look at most of the stock exchange businesses in this country, like the Sarah router from Sydney, you see that the template of Sydney then they work with. If you look at the mining sector in this country, now the British Mining Chamber of Commerce guidelines, and then they work with on employment, health and safety, and everything. Not Sierra Leone Chambers of Commerce, but the British Chambers of Commerce standards. You just get an irony and a very scary thing. On health and safety issues, not the Sierra Leone Chambers of Commerce, but not the Sierra Leone health and safety issues. It's sad, like even the new minister, when they don't send the labor, they say, legislation, factory laws. The factory act they talk about, it was 1970 something. 2009 to 2019, the way technology been there, not to say they again, 2009 and 2019 now. If you look at the layout of keyboards and a computer, it's quite different. Even the design of them. then they can't tell you about it. Now with daily engagement, they can't tell about 1970 something. We still not get people in there were serious for lead this country, some sectors. Some leaders, they're very bad to this country. They're not good for this country. No. We get a lot of challenges as a nation, but like I say earlier on, let's love this country and let's love the people and let's work hard for reunite with self and love with self, and produce the better good for this country. But if you give up, say, me, then don't hold up me and we go again at that country. Me, why go there, then go thief me. Me, why go there, then go cost me. Like some of you forever use the word Sierra Leone will not. But we have to love this country and love the people.
Before I go to my next question, the person say the one way they talk about a Human Rights Commission where the person be the work, when picking be the work. He say na even graduates na FBC with first class. He say worst of all, then they send with all the errand them. Then at the end of the day, in within at the diaspora, and for they send money for the picking for the go up and down with transport just for run the errand. But 2 months done, no pay, no stipend, no nothing. Just for broadcast waiting, you talk so. The next one, we see Chadi write an open letter to the Commissioner of Anti-Corruption. You can tell we waiting the behind this letter.
And if you the man with the follow up on Sierra Leone issue, and they keep on to ECF, they link the diaspora. You don't make so many people there after work. They keep abreast with Sierra Leone, all over the world. They're so grateful to you and this platform. We get the Honorable Member of Parliament and also the Clerk, of Parliament. The Clerk of Parliament they make or break parliament. They are the administrative head, for parliament. Now, in they assist the speaker, the deputy speaker, and members of parliament then, for ensure that say them work then go on smoothly in all committees and within a parliament. If we then kind about authorities and they sit on a national radio, they accuse members of parliament and say they're corrupt. The money them way parliament they give them, they're not use them judiciously. The facilities and where they're open to it and they abuse them. Some man they become annoyed because engage in traveling opportunities, and in as a clerk in facilitate a non-statutory traveling for a particular MP, and that MP they can confirm to the public say that very MP don't go on non-statutory travel than any other MP and paid by parliament. That's a corruption to the highest degree. Misappropriation, of state resources, and it's inside the Anti-Corruption Act. So we, in the letter you see, we say these are reliable allegations. Reliable allegations. Then the member of parliament is turned back to the clerk and tell and say, since when this government take administration in May 2018, all the money where the Ministry of Finance don't allocate to Parliament, one day see any accountability form from Parliament. And if the Parliament they think say na them for implement accountability and transparency, therefore be an eye opener, an example, to the country. So with that, in belief say Parliament corrupt, the toilet in a Parliament they smell, water the flow, not the floors of the toilet, then they but money, then they will then be don't give Parliament for look into the problem then the way Parliament get. But up till now, at 2 years this, nothing like that has been addressed. This is a member of Parliament who attached to Parliament. And every day inside the week, Monday to Friday, it will most day either 3 days or 4 days or the 5 days. They work closely with the committees that we belong to, and the clerk now they facilitate the smooth running of them committees and even the smooth running of union constituents. These are all credible. I cannot say reliable. They are credible allegations. So if Anti-Corruption Commission when are the principal body for fight corruption in this country, we channel that request to them, say, we they ask them for let them look into this issue. Let the MP there accountable to the people of this country through the Anti-Corruption Commission since 2018 to 2019. And let Parliament set the example, say, indeed, they're not corrupt as how people they accuse them, then they lock them up, or then they sanction the newspapers, or the radio stations, or fine them, or threatening them of that reasonable offense, or whatever offense with them in the court, and they refer to themselves as Bondos, Bush, or Poro Bush, or whatever. Now, again, secret society, parliament. But we know say like a democratic institution. Whatever description then get, we care less about that. We as citizens of this country are one of the most democratic institutions. If now we understand say them corrupt by their own themselves, that doesn't mean that say we cannot call them literally say a democratic institution. So but we they urge them for respect the fundamental principles of democracy. So, with that, we'll be therefore write that letter there and ask the ACC. The ACC don't call the two people them. We go one for no. How from them two people then the issue they proceed. If ACC not find out nothing, say them people then they and parliament not corrupt, and the clerk in office not corrupt, both the clerk and our MP they need for can apologize to the public for misleading the public. But if we not get them two things then that self go help for undermine the ACC. Because parliament, that activity, they don't undermine them. Only an evidence will come out from the investigation, go set them free. But if we not get any public engagement from the ACC or neither parliament about the outcome of such investigation or such invite, I mean, then this really go question the so much gain we all don't put effort into for let ACC bounce to this level and get public confidence. So with that, we don't ask the commissioner and commission to let them do justice to the people of this country. Think about Sierra Leone. I mean, we need for send a very good signal to them two people. Then they say, if we not get personal malice, we not bring the country into una personal malice and can turn 7.8 million people into a joker. No, we not a take joke when it comes to the issues. They're very serious because that utterances then. Embassies that can authoritatively tell you, say the key embassies that are this country, they listen 98.1 and then they watch AYV every morning. A principal assignment to some sectors. Authoritatively, I can tell you that. They pick out everything from there. And it's very serious for them. So if we get people the way we say that then that we representative, we have trust in them to represent us and can display them kind of way then it's something need investigation. And if it be said they're not corrupt, as how they can tell we say they're corrupt. They need for apologize to we. But then if they're corrupt, they need for first the ACC laws. You know, that's our organization position, and we not get for compromise with that.
I'm waiting. I want to ask next. We know if at all they don't get a meeting with ACC.
That I cannot confirm that to you
exactly, but, because
waiting. I may for understand say the party don't engage them too. The political party don't engage them too. Over 2 hours, I get that strong, reliable information. You know, but
now there I want to go next. Now that topic there I want to go next because about the political party and the people of Sierra Leone. But before that, we be Lamrana with the work na AYV on Twitter. He be try for after the program be done. He be try for tag the commissioner on Twitter. Say well make it see you then one then they look what thing they don't do. Then later on that day, another account we call himself Corruption Sierra Leone can answer. He never post, but he answer on that thread. They say those people have been invited this past Monday. And so when I do a program now, a lot of people begin commenting, oh, they don't invite them, they don't invite them. That was based on waiting Lamrana in post on his Facebook page say anti-corruption they invite these two people. But we will not be get any confirmation from anti-corruption. Say, because you know, say that they be happen last week, say the Monday, then go goody. Monday don't come, Monday don't pass. We don't know if they're goody or they're not goody. And today don't be Thursday. Tomorrow go be Friday. Unabi don't put out on a letter. We wait for see how these things go unfold, but we hope say you know go just go under the carpet say party don't come inside because now the next Aboango. we see Usai, the National Publicity Secretary for the SLPP, come out and condemn what happened. He condemned one of that and the parliamentarian, not the clerk, but the parliamentarian. He condemned and say because he used the ticket of the SLPP and not supposed for raise an alarm like that. There are chains of command when a partisan business in be the talk. In this case, yes, it was an exposure. It was wrong. They were not supposed to do that. But you think, say, the party for stepping for solve all this, or if it be something where anti-corruption for able for handle?
It's no longer a political party issue. It's a national issue. And Parliament now then make the law even for fight corruption. Parliament now then they play an oversight role into state institutions, for ensure that say then they perform their statutory responsibility. So if somebody go to Parliament and turn Parliament into a joking place, I think the country itself need for discipline. Then people then they, coming to the public and say the office of the clerk and all the people then they're not accountable for all the resources we don't receive from donor and also the government. And coming back say a clerk, they say the money we don't give this man. If I talk about all the money, then they then go run that around with cutlass constituency. Now insightful statement and then even against the man, security. And talk say we don't give plenty money, including this honorable INSEP and so many other. Plenty of them no account for their money, and we give them money for go rent office. None of them no rent office, including this MP. So he keep on highlighting opportunities these MPs receive without any accountability system. So then, when citizens raise issue, then they run after them. They don't arrest journalists then. They don't arrest me. They seize me passport for 45 days, during 2017, and then even tell me, say, na treason I don't commit. For acts, for let Parliament be accountable for all the constituency development and community facilitation funds and the capacity building funds where they be not receive from donors and the money then they get from the consolidated fund. Let them explain how then they use that money then they in communities to the general public. They arrest me, detain me, then seize me passport for 45 days, say I'm not for travel out of Sierra Leone. Then as well, they say I don't commit treason. As well, they receive constant death threats, attack. So you clearly aware about that. And then the journalists they will just publish with story, then hold them, and then put one in say let nobody not publish the story again. So now if the young don't come and tell we say they're corrupt, the two people that really work there. So why you think say will not for treat them very serious and important? And why you think say not for being national issue? So the party can go talk at party level and their own business that. But then these people then they're not they under for party, then they under representing their constituents or representing the people of this country, working for the people of Sierra Leone. The government of Sierra Leone, owned by the people of Sierra Leone. They are not getting paid with the month done. Also, the party they send money in a consolidated fund and then pull that money there and pay them. Now taxpayers them. People the way they work in this country, who then cut by the tax. Either 40 something 30% when they go inside and then they gather and pay them. So and then the answer to the people. Because it's about the people. When we stop them jokes there, then we start seeing real thing. We one for copy America, one for copy UK, Germany. They all get bought with their own democracy, but they're very serious with their own democracy. When the MP scandal before done at UK, members of parliament then go jail. then go jail.
But one thing about Sierra Leone Parliament, I believe, say, you have the experience. The MPs, them, if they're ready for talk about the kind of power we didn't get, then can make them so scary that you don't even want to talk anything about an MP.
me not scared that nonsense. I call that nonsense because it doesn't make sense to me. I be always tell them, say, them power we then get now at our hill now the limit stop. If we calm down, it's a two different thing. And the immunity way you get now, way they do parliamentary function, then enough for arrest you. But then I don't blame Parliament itself. I blame the Constitution and the drafters of that very, very useless, undemocratic document with an GIWI, we don't call with national constitution. It's not democratic, it's not good for any civilized society. Now the document down the way say, if there is any issue with Parliament, if you now get a law, you be in conflict with Parliament, the proceedings of that matter, now Parliament and the developer, or Parliament give an authority to the High Court and the Appeals Court as to how that matter for go. Can you imagine how fearful that in the day? Now the very constitution back will give power to political parties for let parliamentarian and not be democratic and not be patriotic. It said if you raise any issue against your party, the party get right for talk, engage the speaker upon the agreement of the speaker, the consent of the speaker. Your party go talk say you not a member again of the party and take the symbol from you, and you don't become a member of Parliament. Just because you stand for national issue, you not really stand for your party. Now a possibility if the speaker where they agree with the party, where they approach and say, one let this man come here, you know they for we again because you know they obey we. It don't go, my brother. You know, we got so many danger things inside this constitution. This at the time, don't forget about politics, this party, that party, that party. Lord will urge this government. Let us complete this constitutional review process. Because this 1991 constitution will hold problem when it comes to political challenge. Now this 1991 constitution ain't give you that trouble. It give power to the executive, it give so many power to the executive head, it gives so many power to Parliament, and the judiciary will forget in power. Can you imagine? It get a direct interference from Parliament. How matter go there between a citizen and Parliament? But on a Parliament, I go draft that law. How that proceedings for can go. And Parliament for give authority. What's in fear in that? And you say the judiciary not get interference. Then look at who that they appoint from Chief Justice, Appeal Court judges, and down to the all judges appointed by Parliament. Appointed by the President.
Yes, well, now that exactly, now I believe say at another day, I don't know if listeners then go remember, but I be don't talk and I say the kind powers where the parliamentarians then get. I'm glad the way you just break some of we and some of them down, make listeners them really waiting the inside it. But unfortunately, we know say whenever a regime day, then thing and they can battle them. So it can always hard for make you able for get things them for change inside it. Because even to the last time, a lot of money be don't spend per that review committee day. A lot of money be don't spend. Where at the end, nothing not come out today. But it's still not late for make we able. I believe say even that time day, people will not be so aware like right now. if right now they come say for review, everybody is going to join on that conversation, forget the constitution the way we want it.
Yeah, now even if we get a $1,000 something, we can start the process for mobilized citizens and for let we do that. Because campaign is very expensive. People then can just say for a face value a cheap. But it will be fine as well. We get a citizens driven campaign. Most of we process them at this country. We can sit down now. We say, oh, that country they na so do not eat no more. When salon we do things for we say, but when we don't come together most of the time, I know say most of the time we don't come together on so many social causes. I cannot come with a blanket, thing now. But then certain social rights issues, when we can come together really and say, let we fund this issue. Let us start as a process. Let's give $20. Let's give £20. Let's give €20. Then let us start this thing and let us see how we generate it. That it become a local owned. So we Sierra Leonean then are we the owner. Amnesty International, I don't talk about this program several times. Several pensioners and workers and we passionate about human rights issues, they fund Amnesty. And Amnesty accountable to them. So politicians not go able to buy them. A Human Rights Watch, the same thing. Animal rights issues and then countries and they see people then they invest in it. But the next thing is that we lack trust, we lack confidence in one another. Then the next thing is that not to me they can support and let it be popular, but well keep them. Whether you fund the issue, you don't fund the issue. Some people they're already at front of issues. But then if you care about this country, don't look at the individual waiting up before. Say not to me go can make it can popular. Not to me go make it be this. Then why you not take the lead? We get some kind of naive excuses where they deprive with others, with other brothers, and we not get that upper hand for let we really help them. Let's start a local own process. When politicians are not saying now we self-fund the issue, the campaign, not to donor give it that money, but as Sierra Leoneans and fund the campaign for we ask the government, let it review the constitution. Trust me that they take it serious. When we mobilize our social media and disagree with him, government they go back into the shell and go re-strategize. So if we come forward and really invest into this process, trust me, my brother, we'll get a constitution review as soon as possible and get a referendum date. But guess what? If we run this I don't care issue, tear down to April, we're not going to get a new constitution. Because April 2020, the country, they prepare for local government election. And the country, after that, they prepare for the national election for parliamentary and presidential. So you look at that, and the time frame, the only opportunity now we'll get now from now to 2020. But if we not start the process for urge government for go into this review process and get us a date, for referendum, and get a new constitution even ahead of the local government election, it's going to be challenging. Then go say money no dey for referendum. Then go say money no dey now for the review. Let we wait. We're going to lose another opportunity, And then we keep crying, this constitution not good. This very constitution, we own brothers and sisters in the diaspora. That if you hold an American citizen, British citizen, German citizen, you cannot hold a public office in this country or run for the presidency. We don't see people then they go to parliament and disown their passport. Their other foreign passport and claim regain the Sierra Leonean citizenship fully 100%. So, but if we have a new constitution that really gives rights to we own brothers and sisters, it could be good. Not for sit down on social media. Oh, that country halaki. Oh, that country not go better. Me, I don't give up Pasalo. Me, I don't give up at this. No. Let's own our problem and let's solve our problem. You know, we can run a campaign through that. Trust me, we will raise a momentum at this country.
I think say I go to we listening public. Let we see what thing we able to do. Let we try for grab this particular campaign for get the government attention for review the constitution. I think I go to the listening public. We go discuss on that, and definitely me and you go talk about that. What thing will be your final word for we, sir?
Love for Salone. Love all love Salone and love the people of Salone.
All right. Thank you very much, Abdul M. Fatoma from Campaign for Human Rights Development International. Thank you, sir, for your time.
You're welcome, sir.
Yeah. Well, we don't hear the conversation with Abdul M. Fatoma. What thing you get out of this conversation? You feel, say, the Share Network family will able to do that campaign day? What are your own thoughts about that? With all the conversation, but the end part about the Constitution of Sierra Leone. We all can talk. Say 1991 Constitution, not the help. And not the help at all. You think, say, we able for champion that campaign day? I think if you ask me go say yes. Me go say yes. Me go say make we think about them. But I think, say, it will worth it. It will worth it for make we champion this particular campaign and ask the government of Sierra Leone for make we review the constitution at the country. I'd open the phone line for just a short while. If you want to be part of the program, you get the opportunity now. Yes, caller, you there live on air. Your name and who side you call from?
Yeah, this is Ayo. Did you get me?
Yes, I get you. Happy Thanksgiving, Ayo. What's in your contribution?
Yeah, same to you. Well, I enjoyed Mr. Fatoma, what he said makes sense. First, let's deal with this constitution, you know. The constitution here, like you said, the need for do some review and change them. But the most important thing is if they put the right stuff inside the constitution as to how the constitution will work, and the implementation, will they follow suit? Will they go about and along with the constitution? The people that actually they implement the laws or the constitution, what the constitution call for, will they go according to what the constitution say? That's the most important thing first we look at here, you know. And when it comes to democracy, you know, Sierra Leone, like other black African countries, the way they practice democracy, they go no more, and everybody is like a form of elective dictatorship, waiting they want, and they do, you know, regardless of what the constitution call for. You know, until the leaders then where they don't put the right place, then they in position of authority get the mindset, you know, for do the work of the country and the people. Then they set a standard. Then the people of the country will follow suit. But as long as they're where they put in charge for do the work of the country, you know, they do them, and people they see say they know they do them, the people will follow. Just take case in points which they happen in a parliamentary center between them two. Guys, them, you know, from the same party, they talk about corruption and things. When people when they see all them things, and they say, oh well, it's at least they parliament, they room, you know. And like Mr. Fatoma said, you have to have love for the country. If you don't like the country, you never do anything for them. Even places like Yasu, they say the democracy, where people say democracy, it's just the same as alone. All man they do what they want for do the party and the line and the vote pan. Although one time you get some people that want to go against party, if you want to go against party self, then they primary them when it comes to election, then they put somebody to stand against them. We don't see Mboko. It don't happen to Lieberman. It don't happen to this lady Makowski in Alaska because he go against his party, then put somebody against him. It's just for one independence and as an independent candidate and win. It has to do with the leader. If they do the right thing within the constitution, say the country is going to be better off. But that's not in the mind, and then the thing in the mind are power and corruption. Until they change their attitude then it's going to be a long, hard, and a road to climb. That's my contribution. I still listen.
Okay, before you go, the first thing here, Ayo, I think we need for change them first, because all the bad one them, 9 them go the quotes per week. So when we don't change them, we get the good one them, then we can force now for get the implementation done. But even the bad one with they are implementing the bad one because it favors them. So now make we get for try for champion, make we get the good one, then we don't know implement and then we begin champion now for make the implement that one day.
Yeah, I agree totally, 100%. They need to change, get the bad things out. But salon politics,
I get
you. You know salon politics operates. They operate basically on regional and tribal lines. Nobody will tell me otherwise. That's the way salon politics will operate, and that's the way it will operate for a very long time. So basically, the leaders then, now they get for change that. Now they get for work for the people. If you come here, you do something really affect somebody positively in another in a region and things, then you say you do the right thing and you go stand for election as president or whatever it is. They don't say this now what you don't do. They will vote for you. They will go against tribal lines. But as long as there is nothing, it will just stick only and solely on tribal lines. That's why the guys that need to work for the country. So people go and they work and give them the kudos and put them in power next time. But apart from that, now tribal lines. Now how they go up? Now download and then from time in memorial where they go up to that woman where they put guerrilla. So now the same thing. They change. Unless the leaders them, they change. Now they get for change first before the southern people get for change. And do the right thing. But when they go in parliament and money business and corruption and open, they don't get the interest of the people at heart. That's where the problem is. They never think about building anything. When you want to get money for do something from grants and things for can do something in the country, then they eat them. They're supposed to go get grants and things like the ferry where they broke down all these years, They will also get grants and get a new one. But they don't think that every day. All they think is now for get rich. Because the way they only do before them, that's how they do. So they say one thing in their pocket. That's salon politics. It's tough, man. But somebody has to say it. The guys they need to change. The politicians they need to change in that country. That's the only way that country will go before. The reason why the other people will say they can corruption is because that's what they see the Ghana will do. So if you don't change and start to work for the country, nothing will change. Every year we're coming in and talk the same thing. Even if they get a good constitution, they go against them. They will find ways and means to go against and they do all kinds of stuff. That's the way I see it, man.
All right, thank you very much, Ayo. Thank you.
All right.
Yes, call ID live on the air. You name and who the call from?
Yeah, my name is Abraham. I call from the Joyce.
You get a platform, sir.
Yeah, I'm happy Thanksgiving to you and all the other
Happy Thanksgiving
there.
to you too, sir.
Okay, yeah, so I listen everything we tuna talk. But me want to start first from the fire trucks, the fire department. Because then days, I think like 2 or 3 days ago, was because they follow NASA you.
Yeah, fire na Tembetong, I think.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We post about the fire truck and say them broke down, then this, then that. From there now I begin pick up. Now I say we're in trouble. Because you can't lay your finger in anything that country there where you go say that this the successive government and undo. From 1961. Let us point to because people don't give us all the talk, we negative. We are not negative. We lack salon. We not idle. We get tea for the way they carry video they talk. We love salon. We want let salon change. But from 1961, government after government on fail our country. Government after government. Look, the president who all know what's in the app now, but this corruption at parliament. If them people here, they waiting and call and company and say they corrupt. But that campaign, una don't come. Waiting bad if that guy did a try for talk about corruption, what una they waiting and call say na anti-party activity una for pulling at the party. They are not serious. But what think more than me, not the politician inside, they are not the good inside. We don't say them corrupt. Now we the civilians there. Why? Because una the support them people because na come on at the same region, on at the same tribe, una the talk. Why una not go let una country? Una let una country. That then they can force. Me what then I can always talk. I mean a limba, but I hate ATPC pass anything because they corrupt. Now salon in better one, now me care about. Salon in better one, now me care about. So I don't know. Just like Fatoma talk, we need a new constitution. I don't care. We need a new one. And me puts me down. Me they give me contribution. I'm down for that. Because we not forgive up. We not forgive up in that country because, as I can always say, the politicians they're not each 500,000. We will elect salon, we better pass them, we plenty pass them. So now we not forgive up. We not forgive up in our country. Now we not left and give them corrupt people in it. Now we continue, we have Sierra Leoneans and just let them. So like all the line, continue for listening. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Brahma. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, call ID live on here. Your name and who the call from?
Yeah, my name is Musa. They come from New York.
Yes, Musa, you get the platform.
The only two are they say AAA. As Sierra Leonean, I tell Abdul Fatoma plenty thank you. And to be honest with you, I tell this government plenty thank you. Reason being, one great thing they don't do today, they don't give a platform to Sierra Leoneans for the express their griefs there. Without fear or favor, then they go now the ear, then they talk. Abdul Fatoma, they don't try before this time. If they don't, they start them. The whole arm, from where you go, pass way this government don't come up power, would they see if they play active role again? Because they don't silence them before. Then one major thing I want to think about now, this scholar just they talk about this corruption at parliament. If we all can remember one time this boy, the publicity, is it the publicity Abdul Liman? Is it Liman? AAA, within AYV, I listen within the interview and where he talks the man Tawa not do good because it spoil the image of the party. Everybody be the frown at him. Now we look at the scenario. Sierra Leone is a country where we know listen before we talk. Okay, just talk. With that moment the way topic come up. Tawa don't go na radio. Now the whole media, I don't tell the whole Sierra Leoneans, the whole world say parliament corrupt. Without from what they put inside parliament from inside 2018 to 2019 November. Now November no more go na radio tell people and say parliament corrupt. The whole nation don't take an out today that they bash the parliament with them. With from day one, he did it up to that moment, he not ever talk about parliament, a corrupt one. Just for one reason, for impress thing. We all don't take and say parliament corrupt. We no one forgive parliament the road for let them investigate this matter before we conclude. Say true. The money away a call. No parliamentarian, no receiver, and no parliamentarian, no ever user to the best of their ability.
Now the clerk now call the money.
No, he said they call the
yes, he call money, but money. Even the clerk say the money we call is small. He bump the money
small.
up.
Then after he call, that's it. Then it show the amount of money where they disburse to each parliamentarians for going at the constituency, right? They call money. There's some left, there's some day where he call. They don't ever try for check how this money don't go. Now, would they try for sabotage demand there? But let us know say when you then an institution, you get for know what
sabotage which man them. Okay, so who are they try for do the sabotage now?
The tower itself don't sabotage in the institution, says where it belongs to. One way is sabotage. It not try for going to parliament and who said for bring this issue down, let them try for discuss them before he voice them out.
Okay, I want to hold you there first. Inside that particular interview there, you hear even the clerk, right? Honorable Param say, he say Tawa can just talk no more. Even at one time, he don't talk in parliament. He don't talk in parliament, but we didn't carry the facts to he began for apologize. Wait till you say he did talk. So for say you know they talk, then they not correct because if they talk, if you know they talk, then they not go say he talks until we not be correct.
Okay, then listen now, Triple A. If you don't talk one thing, the corrector, I apologize.
That's now waiting Honorable Parami say.
Yes, then you don't talk other thing, we don't create chaos in the country.
There is no chaos. Now conversation, no, now conversation, Leon. There is no chaos.
Conversation. This na Sierra Leone they talk here. Sierra Leone people
what's in a chaos?
Politics. Okay, listen now. Now the chaos where they now people and they say here, the man don't talk through, then the party say they for expel from the party, right?
Yes.
You know it's not chaos?
No, but nobody it's a conversation for right now.
But it's not. How it they go the trend at which it they go bad for the country? Now nobody now want to see the fact of what Tawa do. Everybody say Tawa don't talk through. This is the Sierra Leone where they live today. We know they try for accept what they can away. Now just the all things that we always they try for portray to the world. Even Tawa himself no go and notice say this money we don't can at parliament, no try for know how they disburse and what he left, what he go. If not say they give it part of this money, in just saying that this money that they give parliament, the administrative need for account for them. Why you not raise that proposal in a parliament? You raise that to the whole nation where you never get conclusion of how the money go, how it not go. Now you don't create problem. At the end of the day, people like that for say this government corrupt. That is where everybody is saying because they know they look into the activities of the parliament. Now everybody in a salon don't know say parliament corrupt. Either it wrong or he right. We no want to sit down again and listen for let's see how they go bring up this case for notice say Tawa was correct or Tawa was wrong.
So now the anti-corruption come inside.
So when anti-corruption come inside, what are the results will come out?
Well, anti-corruption not talk to it.
So let try for lay that thing down until anti-corruption get to the nation.
But now you pick them up because it was just a question.
Listen. People, they listen all the comments that will come under the discussion between Abdul Fatoma.
Yes, they watch them.
All the discussion is going between Tawa and Param in parliament. And they follow up. It's not about you. You not discuss that. But let us try Sierra Leoneans there. Let us they try for take something here. If they try for present Sierra Leone bad, it affects you all. It affects we all get law for this country, but not on the way they portray. It's very wrong. Would they take the wrong procedures there for portray the way they try for fight for
before I left you for go, Musa, yeah? Now two people not to Tawa, can no more it
all. Tawa and Param.
Yes. So for me,
Tawa talk with Param.
No, they say, they say, where the fly, the money, the mosquito, or the pussy, nobody not talk. But where the Christmas take come, it charm then begin say that Christmas don't champ fly. What are they saying now? These are all allegations. These are all allegations where Tawa make, and Honorable Param Sef come counter the allegation.
The allegations.
So if it don't cause conversation around corruption, there's where is the confusion?
The confusion.
Nobody know take person they run at we say chaos, this and that. It's a conversation. The conversation is on.
It not mean say chaos. You get for run after a person. When they get the facts on social media, the discussion online where you get
me are they based on what me they do now. Me, I know they follow other people because people then they use social media how they want for use them. So are they based on
going wrong? You do a very good job.
Are they based on what me they do now? So now I make a say we they wait now for anti-corruption, make anti-corruption come and can talk to we. Without we open we left the talk. Even when it become to even on this platform, I mean they tell you now. So I know they go to other man waiting and they do yanda. I bring a kaya who can begin. No, we they handle things as things then they happen.
Okay, so then what now our law they do? We only follow this program because the program get integrity, it get respect. Now it make with the follower. Everybody will comment on something where you know they talk about that day. As it begin for right time, I want let you the correct and say no. This thing would only have to rest until Parliament give a result on her. Let nobody not make comment on her. Make comment on what exactly they on the news or what they deliberate on that day. Then they go be fine.
Okay, thank you very much for call, Musa.
That's it.
All right.
Please.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, caller, you there live on here. You need to call from?
Yeah, Triple Enemy Harun at the call from Boston.
Yes, Harun. Happy Thanksgiving. You get the platform.
Thank you very much. What you may want to say about this constitution where Fatoma they talks about, or everybody they talk about? One thing we may always can talk is that Aki one for level talk to the citizens themselves. Because the reason being that 1991 constitution, even if they get for change everything for them or bring some other new stuff them, if the people are not ready for change, constitution or no constitution, it will just remain as for say now waste of time. I must tell you this. Because one thing they see that constitution is just normal, but people they know they get a way out for go around them, then language them, then what they know how they go about around them. Anyhow way they come up with that constitution, people then sabi how for go around that constitution for suit their own interests. So what they try for say is that if we people then genuinely want for less Sierra Leone better, therefore avoid all the sabi business they will make on that constitution. The way the constitution say this, then go around and then bring the other way say, well, the constitution say this, but it make other provision for this, just like that. It not the help. It not the really help. So what me want to say is that if Fatoma one champion this program right now for say, well, if they ask the government for let them go back and revisit that constitution day and see waiting whether for change day, it's fine. Because at least now I want for believe say we get a listening president. That na me beyond judgment that I believe say we get them. So at least if at all if they want to do anything, well, we all go try and see how we Fatoma go champion them. Then we get the support for the president self listen to we again for the interest of Sierra Leone. So now that one they don't want me one for talk. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Aaron. Thank you, sir.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, caller, they live on here. You name and who side call from?
My name Patrick Sakar, I come from Germany.
Yes, Patrick, you get a platform, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tripoli. First and foremost, I want to tell you, say, because you asked a question whether we will champion this, let's say if we make a petition for me to review the constitution, our main normal law they can say we all now toughest and we will fight it off battle. The answer is yes, and let we try a chance as long as not for let the country go before, not to your interest, the fight for not to your interest, not for the national interest, And whether Abdul Fatoma in the go ahead or whatever, like the question is, you say a thing where it motivate me, you believe say we go your ball. Let we try, let we voice be hard, I believe they follow all the programs and the only thing like I can come home late, where I can come, I can sleep, but I can follow them. I get a belief in say most thing than the word they talk about or we can discuss now about on this forum can go a long way, Whether then call you directly, then call on directly and tell on and say yes, we don't know to say or not. Me believe and our law believe say we press the go. The president or whosoever then they in that position for listen to we will listen to we. That's one. And secondly, the constitution in business, I think actually waiting for review. No constitution, no day, in fact, like from all the government, the way don't come into power. I don't say this thing I want, the last talk when me I talk say, whatever thing any political party they do right now in their own interest, not in we only interest. We get for try actually make a pressure group, let them people then let them know for say we the citizens them we are the one that when they down there, they are doomed. They are vulnerable, then they're under pressure. They are oppressed because what a man when you know able get you live in standard, there is nothing you will put forth other than that. So we were within and we get for try for put this thing in place for make we help them, make them voice the art. Now we are them advocates them. All within the government they try for do you don't say this and I stand by it. Now they were interested in the try for fight about. No matter what thing they do right now, so we have to stand up. We get to mobilize with a great force. You understand? Let we do whatever we do, not in a negative way, in a positive way. You understand? Let them people and they try. Let we back try. Let them work on we own influence. No matter what thing the constitution would then do, no matter what thing they try for do right now, all what thing they are not be they ever expect say SFP they even do certain things like that. So constitutional review now one of the key points right now we will try for advocate for. Now this time I try for say, and in the interest of the citizens, not the interest of the government. Let them put the nation first. Let them forget about politics. No political party, no they where they try for fight for 100% the political party in your interest first. I believe the national interest then come first, AAA. We get for talk through. Whether you are SPP or APC, no forget about partisan, no put the country first. Let them try, let them do what they for do. All what they don't do right now, they don't mess up everything. And they want mess up. And right now, in the election time, they cancel. If we try to mobilize, things will not be good for them down there. Now that no more than they try for Telona. Leona try for whosoever is listening that interest, party picking, whatsoever, let them try for say those of us that are here, we are aware of what they have done and what they are doing. They have to try to refrain from all these things and put the national interest first. Thank you very much, Triple A.
Thank you very much, Patrick, the Wolf Catcher. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, bro.
All right. Yes, call ID live on here. You name and who side the call from?
Who's trying to call from Manchester, sir?
Yes, who's friend? You don't say we'll get you, but welcome on board. What's in the contribution, sir?
I know, really on the call anyway. But what's not the thing no more where I just want to contribute here. This in terms of this constitution, where some people then they say if they change them, people then go play with words. Me, the only advice I want for advise citizens for law go rally still around this man. We don't bring the idea of for change the constitution. It don't do for long. We don't see loopholes. We don't see areas then where people then take advantage of. In the first instance, whatever it be, whether it be busy and they play with words or they get for manipulate them, the primary thing make you remember say this na like when they say motoka tina petrol they go inside. The constitution na in the backbone of everything. Politicians, and they go, then go come, then go, then go come. But the constitution, like when they say the heart is beating, the main organ of the parliament, then that constitution. Any other branch where you see can be people then go play with this and go play with it are based on the constitution. Let we not begin to say, well, we then change them, politicians then go begin to play with words. There is no playing with words. Let them change the constitution where they know say this don't they affect the citizens for past decades on and on and on. Would that then get for sit down, then get for come together, put their own ideas, then put them together, also then get for look and rectify, so that they will look for future things tomorrow. Beaucoup things in our country now from then people and they get loopholes where they do things today. Law will not accept any possible say we no want for change them because politicians will change. Let them just change them. Make it be like a bitter pill for everybody. In those days when malaria been the sick in a salon, now chloroquine, then they the give. But when you go swallow it bitter, but believe you me, it the menu. Let it be a bitter pill for everybody. Let the constitution get the change. People then go feel the pain one way or the other, but it will help with tomorrow. For them loopholes that wouldn't happen for several years, decades, people only take the chance. That are my own contribution. Then some people make them they know say Sierra Leone na a country where would they try for push go before. If me they can contribute, I know can vex. If you they can contribute, you know can vex. If people the way they can contribute, then not for use words. Like I've been they talk one time, I said negative confession. People the way they come, they begin to say, oh, this country when I facts not day. Now it make the facts day. We're not thinking of that. We come and begin saying a commotion. No, if you don't know the right word, just accept triple. How you see this situation here? How you want for class? But if you begin to say a confusion don't happen or you don't bring chaos, these are words are not good. Now would they think positive for Sierra Leone now? We know they get negative confession. If we don't know whose word we want for use for a particular incident, me I go say, okay, Miss Triple Lady, help me, but next time I go talk to you. I will tell you what thing this means. Instead of they can't begin saying a chaos or a chaotic, there is no chaos. People are dealing well and trying to talk maturely and dealing with whatever needs to be changed in that part of the constitution. Thank you very much for giving me the platform. I will deal with you in the next few days back. Now, some family issues I'll be dealing with. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah, God bless you.
All right.
Bye. Bye.
Now we go lock the program today, but the one them we don't pledge for contribute on the campaign. Any kind little way able. Let's have it started. And I believe, say, this one, we go add another feather to we cap with the cam naya. If we really try, make we get this going. For say, now we try, and we can do it. We can do it. On the side for the Constitution, I think, say, we have to change it. We have to review it and fix what we don't want today. We have to do that. You can't say because, people them not the abide, the people they're not ready for change it, or for say the politicians them are like them change it, then go do it in they want to. But let's change it. There must be a starting point. Let we change them. And the other caller always say, then be silent, Abdul, Fatoma. Now after this government come, now Abdul Fatoma come back. No, Abdul Fatoma has always been there. If you don't follow Abdul Fatoma in work, after the arrest, he has always been there. He not set him out. He has always been there. So, not of us after that arrest and after that the passport. That particular arrest, I remember I was in Sierra Leone too we have a meeting, me and Abdul Fatoma, we have a meeting with somebody else. We spend hours that particular evening there. The morning we supposed to meet back after I come out to Radio Democracy. Me they ready now for, say, after the interview in Radio Democracy, we're going to meet. And now so all hell break loose. But he has been there. He has been there. So, we go look at today. We know, but this particular one, please. Which one I think we need for create a GoFundMe page, or we left and so, or what can we do for make we get this campaign going? The campaign now for help Abdul Fatoma, or for sponsor a campaign for make them review the constitution na Sierra Leone. Till we meet again tomorrow. Triple A say, tata.